took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what deep mad for. I just had to do it. Got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money. You gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taking near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's got room. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. His first carry, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Harris now, off play action. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go now. 6 yards. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day. All day. 22. Check. Cover. 22.
On first down, it's Hines. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now it's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Looking to throw. Harris. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Ready? White 25. White. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
A first down throw for Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Hines, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
He's going to look deep for pick. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
53, check 53. All right, D, let's go.
Here's Harris operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Ready. White 25. 59. Check.
Jameis now on 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check 31. 66. Bullet. Half.
Winston. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Winston now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Winston. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Brewer. And he gets it down to the 32. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll run it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 7, Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Hey, go on, Mike 40, Mike 40. Easy. Mike 40, let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And his pass incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jameis again. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
This is Hines. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Harris. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Swipe. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Check 59.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That kick return falls 1 yard short of the all-time mark as it goes down as a 108-yard return, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with him. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action now, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
That's got to be a long day. He's crashing. He's chasing.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with Lacey. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now Harris throwing to start the drive. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty...
There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Let's go!
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? From the 29, Winston over the middle, complete. It's Brewer. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
53, check 53. Exit.
At the 30-yard line.
Harris to throw on 2nd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
Complete to Michael Thomas. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go. Mike. I'm on. Back. Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. On fourth down, they do snap it to Winston. Aguilar has it. Well, they've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. They go play action. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Ready? Blue lady. 40's a month. 40's a month. Good track. Good track. Ready to go. Ready to go.
From the red zone now, Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Jameis to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it'll be second and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Here's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. They'll go with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Second and 6. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. Harris. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Man, check 4. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On the set. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got one.
2nd and 13. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. In other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They run again with Hines. Oh, nice move. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes, left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
We got it. Good job, Pete. Good job.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Check safety, check safety.
Check 49, check 49.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check the backer, check the backer.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Naeem Hines, 64 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 19.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Watch the pass.
Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. Open man is QT, complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Jones. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.